Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back for the quarterfinal rounds of Defense of the Australians. We have Azure versus Noxious Gaming, Game 1, and we're about to get underway. I'd like to thank the sponsor of Cubos for looking after the tournament, sponsoring them, creating a lot of opportunities. I'd like to thank the admins, of course, for setting everything up, getting all the teams prepared, and creating us an enjoyable experience. And I'd like to thank you, the audience, everyone on Dota TV and in the stream. I love all your faces. So let's get into the game. We have Azure. They have banned out, I should say, that Lich, one of the strongest heroes in this current meta, for that creep denial in that lane, the creep equilibrium, and just being able to ruin the opposing lane. He's also got a great burst with that Frost Blast and that Frost Shield. Now having 100% slow against 100% effectiveness, I should say, against range heroes as well, means you can't counter that shield as easy as you used to be able to last time with heroes such as TA, because I believe she is classified as ranged, and OD, and all those other heroes. But anyway, Azure, they will also take out that Elder Titan. Timbersaw is going to be taken down with that Nyx Assassin. Noxious Gaming look to be picking up that Visage, so look to see them going for a strong tri-lane. When you see a Visage, you presume a tri-lane is going to be coming out of that lane or that style of team setup. Azure, we've got a lot of heroes still left in this pool that did make it through the banning, or the heroes that didn't get banned out, like your Naga Siren. You've got your Lifestealer, Outward Devourer if you do wish to run that OG. They're kind of your main hero picks up at the moment. So we will be seeing that Lifestealer. Wouldn't be too surprised they pick up a Naga Siren just in case, so Noxious Gaming can't pick them up themselves. So, I mean, Naga Siren will work well for Visage. You get that ensnare out, then you slow afterwards. You got a lot of damage for your Soul Assumption to be charged up and then burst out on that hero. And then usually your third or carry hero, hopefully to get that last hit in. If not, Visage getting that little bit of extra gold will not help your side, as long as you pick up that first blood. But we just wait for Azure, and they will pick up that Naga Siren, as I presumed. So they're not going to be letting Noxious Gaming try and do that. Will Noxious Gaming want to pick up a Bane to go hard counter against Lifesteal? It's not really their thing to run that Bane combination from what I remember from their playoffs and their games. They will be picking up a Weaver. Weaver should be ran in that off lane. Weaver is very dependent on level 6. Once he has that level 6 up and running, then he can start being aggressive because he has that escape mechanism of time lapse. Sure, you've got Tsukuchi, but against heroes such as that Naga Siren or any of the other heroes followed out by Azure, if you have one sentry ward down on the ground, Weaver, he's gone. He's going to be burst down instantly. So he really needs to hit that level 6. So you don't tend to see him run in the tri-lane. Last night we did see him run in the tri-lane and he struggled because he wasn't able to get that XP. He got picked off quite a few times, but did make his way through the game as his team did support him. I'm trying to remember what game that was. I believe it was Snatch Steal versus Police Sponsor AU. Snatch Steal running that Weaver.
10 seconds remaining.
So Noxious Gaming, they will be taking out the Crystal Maiden, another flavor hero for 6.79. She offers a lot of lockdown, burst, and she can farm really well in this patch. Throw out that Frostbite, that's a creep stuck for 10 seconds. You can just completely obliterate it, work up to your level 3, and then come back in the lane when your support and your carry has also worked it out. That's if in fact you are running that 1-1-3 strategy. We've also been seeing a lot of 2-on-2s sharing that XP around the board because pulling is not that effective. If you're on the Radiant side, pulling still works fantastic. If you're on that Dire side, however, your pulls are a lot harder to pull off and get efficient farm out of it, which is a little bit disappointing. It's a little bit of a map advantage going in favor of Radiant now, but then again, you have to think Dire's got that map advantage for the Roshan pit, so it does balance itself out in the end. Noxious Gaming, they will be taking at that puck, so they might be looking to pick up that Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is usually one of those heroes that love to be picked up. If a puck is taken out, offers a lot of burst, offers a lot of slow. But the problem with that is Noxious Gaming, they currently don't have any lockdown on their side. They've got a Visage, they've got a Weaver, so they're two perfectly fine picks. They need at least 2 bits of lockdown. Against a Lifestealer, if you don't have any form of lockdown or maneuverabilities to slow or kite him around, he's going to rip through your side no matter what you have. Even if you have enough burst, one timely rage, you'll avoid all of it and you've taken out heroes in the meanwhile. So Azure, they will be taking out that Batrider. He's fallen off the map almost completely, especially due to his auto attack nerf and that lasso. He's still a very good hero, very good situational hero, getting in there. But if you're not spot on your target, you're gonna miss that lasso. You're gonna get pulled yourself. Gonna get yourself picked off, I should say. Would be the correct way I put that there. Azure, they will be looking to pick up, I would say, their mid hero here. Maybe reveal their hand a little bit further to how they want to play. If they want to go for an aggressive role, or they want to try and sit back and let that lifestealer farm it up a little bit. Azure, they've known to be aggressive. They've known to have a lot of fighting early on in their games, and they take it and then snowball their way to victory. Noxious, they know... Noxious, they know that they want to sit around, they can wait, get a little bit of farm up and running on their heroes, and then take off in this mid to late game aggression, especially when Lever picks up a few items such as Desolator or that Lincoln Sphere. Chen will be going on the side of Azure, so they're going for that little bit of health. They are going to be going for that early aggression and tower pushing. Naga Siren offers an easy way to clean up these creeps with that negative armor splash she does have. Chen, grab a creep or two, and you've got that tower down within seconds. And against a Weaver, he's not going to be able to clean those lanes up too well. And actually, they're going to pick up a Bounty Hunter, so against a Bounty Hunter won't be able to clean up those waves, because Bounty Hunter will be having to go by himself. Weaver will be part of that tri-lane, unless they won that 2-1-2, which is slightly becoming a possibility for Noxious Gaming. Gonna be interesting. Personally, I wouldn't like to see a tri-lane with that Weaver, purely because he's going to miss out on that XP a little bit, and he's not going to be able to hit level 6, leaving him susceptible to ganks. However, it's plausible, it can work, but it really depends on if Azure want to run that aggressive tri-lane and go against that Weaver. If they run that aggressive tri-lane, Weaver's going to have a bad time, and he will be picked off. I mean, there's almost no doubt about that. You've got lockdown of Naga Siren, 1 sentry. Chen, if he rotates in with any creeps, you can find yourself a kill. Lifesteal will just be able to rip through Weaver as if he was nothing. Clockwork will be the 4th pick up for Azure, so they have a very aggressive initiator. On top of that lifesteal, that's going to hurt. That's going to come in hard, fast, find a kill and get out of there without too much effort. But there is now a Storm Spirit, so Noxious Gaming for a going pretty aggressive ganking style lineup here. Bounty Hunter and Storm Spirit, they'll be want to find kills all around the map. Visage and Weaver, they help complement that. Visage with his Soul Assumption and Grave Chill, Weaver with the general ability of that stealth, being able to sneak in behind heroes and make people feel as if they have the upper hand against that Weaver. If you feel you've got the upper hand against the Weaver and you go and try and dive on him, you can have heroes such as the Storm Spirit or Bounty Hunter come out of nowhere, turn the tides, and pick yourself up quite a few easy kills. So there will be the final ban out by Azure, taking out that Abaddon, making sure that there's no more making sure that very defensive support of Abaddon is not on top of that Weaver. Having that Abaddon there with his shield allows Weaver to dive underneath the towers. Even the Bounty Hunter and Storm Spirit, it allows very aggressive nature to get underneath these towers. So far, it does look like we will be seeing a very aggressive game, which I'm sure we all want to see. Fast-paced aggression, kills all over the map. So I'm going to definitely have to be watching each one of these lanes and the rotations of these heroes. Night Stalker, 5th and final ban coming out by Noxious Gaming. I'm surprised he made it this through. He's also been one of those very, very strong and favoured heroes in, I was going to say the OCX scene, but in the entire Dota 2 scene at the moment. He's got that aggression. Once that 4-minute night starts to hit in, he comes online a lot earlier. If he can find a kill before that 4-minute night or during that night, then the next day and night phase, he's going to be very scary and next to unstoppable, because he'll have the extra items, he'll have that key movement abilities and just the rotation and fear distilled in your enemy's team. Now we just wait for Azure, just wanted to pick up their final hero, and they will go for that Queen of Pain, so Queen of Pain will be picked up. That gives them some burst that they desperately needed. They had a Naga Siren, and now they've got a Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain will be able to set up her Scream of Pain and Sonic Wave to be able to get them off and running. After that song comes down, Noxious Gaming, they are lacking a little bit of AoE here. They don't really have too much in the ways of that. They have a lot of single target damage. Visage, Weaver's got Sakuchi, I guess that can count. Bounty Hunter, single target. Storm Spirit, single target. They need someone that offers a little bit of damage into their lineup, a little bit of AoE. They will be looking for, what are they looking for? A support. Jakiro. Pick Jakiro. Now, So I've got a few heroes. Rubik is still left in the pool if they want to pick up a Rubik and go for those counter spells, especially against Naga Siren. That will work quite well. Get her Song of the Siren. You can maybe pick up the Hand of God coming from Chen. Queen of Pain offers a lot of versatility of her Blink or her Sonic Wave. They will, however, pick up a Windrunner. So they go for this very, very aggressive ganking style one-on-one lineup. In this mid, if they can't get any kills in this mid game, early to mid game, then Azure, they will be taking these team fights quite easily, as they do have that Hand of God. They've got that Sonic Wave. They've got more AoE. They've got a little bit more team synergy, and they have the ability to jump on in there and cause havoc for that Clockwork and Lifestealer. However, Noxious Gaming, they've shown in the past that they aren't pushovers and they can make their lineup work under no matter what circumstance. So we will see how they will run, but at the moment it looks like there might be a Windrunner Bounty Hunter lineup or a line. Then you have a Weaver Visage in the other. Storm Spirit ran in that mid. Over on Azure, you have your Lifesteal. He should be ran in that safe lane with that Naga Siren. Chen will rotate into the jungle. Queen of Pain mid and Clockwork on that bottom lane, on that off lane. He shouldn't have too much trouble. If he's up against that Visage Weaver, he should be able to not have too much harassment come to him, because Weaver's got a pretty... yeah, he's got a pretty short attack range, as I thought. 425. That's close to abysmal. You can't really get close to Cogs or that Clockwork in his Cogs with that attack range. And anyway, let's get into introducing the teams. On the side of Noxious Gaming, we have Toons will be ran on that Windrunner. Moops will be on that Visage. You have K Phony will be on that hero that I just previously forgot. Oh my god, wow. He will be on that hero that I will re-announce very shortly. Perplexed will be on that Bounty Hunter, and Jan will be on that Weaver. Over on the side of Azure, we do have their team lineup goes of Caboose will be on that Lifestealer, Situ will be on that Chen, Hal will be on that Clockwork, Narcotic on that Queen of Pain, and finally you have Oranges on that Naga Siren. So Kfini will be taking that Storm Spirit. I was looking for that name, just wasn't coming at me at the time. So, Noxious Gaming, we've got a fairly squishy lineup here, and this is very beneficial for Azure Gaming. They can come in, they've got a lot of initiation, they've got a lot of burst, they've got a lot of damage. So Noxious, they're going to have it hard unless they can find these early pickups and get some of these items built up, especially on Jan, or he'll be quite squishy and be able to easily get taken down. I mean, you have a Lifesteal, he'll 3 or 4 shot that Weaver if that Weaver's not careful. And then follow that up from a negative armor debuff coming out by Oranges on that Naga Siren. There's just going to be no escape if that Weaver is caught out. I mean, they have sentries, which is what you do expect from your supports in this lane, up against a presumable Weaver, and they will be running a possible tri-lane with a Bounty Hunter. I personally am not too sure how I feel about this. I hope he rotates down bottom. Because Bounty Hunter, same with that Weaver, these two are very level 6 dependent heroes. And if they cannot get their level 6, well, Bounty Hunter is just, I don't want to say he's completely useless, but that track is one of the best spells, single target spells in this game, purely because of all that gold, the track movement speed, and that vision it offers. So you can watch rotations if heroes aren't careful, catch up to heroes, pick them off, and that gold just is a bounty waiting to happen. But he is sitting back down a little bit further in this mid lane, so he might look to rotate down bottom, which would be the smart option here in my opinion.
The battle begins.
So far, it's pretty standard lineup coming out from Azure. You kind of expect that, how they're going to run that 2-1-1-1 lineup. Bounty Hunter, what are you doing? As my mouse goes all over the map. He looks like, oh, he's going to try and absorb as much XP from this Chen. This is quite an interesting strategy. I'm not sure how well it would go. I mean, there is a Naga Siren, they're all walking around. Chen can easily come across here. Those two heroes can find a kill on Perplexed if he's not too careful. I don't know how his XP game will go. They might suspect something's up if they don't see Bounty Hunter in any of these lanes, and they might try to go towards him. It looks like he's just going to go mid, try and absorb some XP from mid, so... Perplexed, he's got nowhere to go on this map at the moment, trying to find whatever slither of XP he can. Actually, Windrunner decided to go mid on Toons, and they sent the Storm Spirit bottom. That's... I can't say I was expecting that, but... it's a nice lineup, and Perplex, he's actually gone on Situ. He's doing a lot of damage. The Centaur is chasing away Perplex. He's going to pop back that Shadow Work and then turn back around and come after this Chen, possibly. No, he's just going to walk around. So that early Orb of Venom doing a lot against Situ in this jungle. He's going to have a very difficult time trying to survive and stay out of this. And now Perplexed once again, he's waiting for that Shadow Walk to come off cooldown a little bit further. He's going to start auto attacking, he's going to chase him down. He's got that movement speed on top of him, he's got 40 more movement speed, he needs a few more. Can Chen get that stun off? Throw that Centaur Stomp. He does get that stun. Situ should be able to make it out of here without too much problems, but Perplexed, he's already doing the damage he needs. The Chen has got 0 XP towards his name and he's picked off, actually, no creep kill. He has stacked it, but no creep kill. So, Bounty Hunter just being a general pain in the rear in that jungle. And that's going to delay Chen's mechanism time in level 6 by a lot. And this is one of the things Azure want. They want that Hand of God so they can play as aggressive as possible. You have your lifesteal, you have Clockwork, they jump on in and out, they get up close and personal. You have that Hand of God in that backup just in case if things go awry. And he's already rotating back into the jungle, already looking to be a little bit more of a pain in the ass. But so far, the creep scores, it is in favour of the Storm Spirit down at bottom. Not Bounty Hunter, Clockwork's picked up 4 for 1. You can't expect too much against the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit does have that superior attack range of 8. Okay, that's not superior at all. But it does have that Revenant and that Overload to be able to charge it off on a Howl and just try and keep Howl as much off that lane as possible. And it's pretty easy to last hit with Storm Spirit. You have a fairly high base attack of 60. The attack animation isn't too bad. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but it's fairly average, so you can time those creeps quite easily on a decent amount of latency. Situ, he's got his Chen, he's walking down bottom, he's going to try and find himself a creep. Maybe Perplex might get a little bit of this XP if he gets in range. He does pick up 20. Situ should know that the Bounty Hunter is still around as he didn't get that full XP. Now we have a few more auto attacks coming out, and the stun, it is ready, it is available. He's going to be chased on out of the lane. Origins is still going to run, they're going to throw out that sentry, they're going to see him. Are they going to continue chasing him down? No, it's a little bit unfortunate that they can get to him a little bit closer. Maybe that Nagasari could have hit around a little bit further and waited for the next attack, which once again is happening onto Situ. He's doing a lot of stacks, he's hoping for that Wildkin count. The problem with that though is, if he gets a Wildkin and that Bounty Hunter's around, there goes your entire stack in terms of XP. The gold though will be quite useful. But Perplex, he's playing a very pain in the ass Bounty Hunter. You don't see it too often, but this new patch, you see this quite a lot more. And now he's still going on Situ. Situ's going to be in a lot of trouble. The final auto attacks. Can he find it? No. It's a nice Centaur Stomp. He's going to pop that salve off, try to get him back up. But Perplex, he's going to keep chasing him down. We'll be able to force it off. He's underneath the sentry. They're going to start attacking to him. Is there another Centaur Stomp? They don't need it. The auto attack comes out by the Situ, and he shows his revenge. So he'll be picking up first blood. And Bounty Hunter, he's still level 1. So that's going to hurt him for a while. As I said, he needs that level 6 more than probably any more of these heroes in this game. I'll be a little bit surprised if he decides to go back up there to try and continue that harassment. But it looks like he wants to. I'm not too sure how I feel about this. I think Noxious, they just need to grab him, put him down in this lane, get him some damn XP. I mean, Storm Spirit is level 5. You need your Bounty Hunter getting up some of that XP, maybe less, possibly level 5. It's a little bit of a strange lineup. It's not quite working out on the side of Noxious. Up to the top lane, Caboose, he is not doing as high as the creep kills as that Weaver, purely because he did rotate in to try and help out with that kill. He did get an assist, but he is sitting only 300 gold behind Jen. Jen's doing quite well. Pings are coming in. They're wanting to go up top lane. Then Moops as well. Pinging to be a little bit defensive as they do have a nice ward up here, so they did see that Chen start rotating to the left. But 10, he's just trying to find whatever farm he can. At the same time, Perplex, he's in middle, he picks up his level 2. He's now got a Janana, so that's going to hurt Situ if he does decide to rotate back into the jungle. He will walk underneath this observer ward so they know he's coming around. He's going to be rotating up top. So Azure, they might be on the lookout, on the prowl once again. It is nighttime, so Situ's just sitting on the side, waiting for maybe a little bit of an over-aggression or anything. They're going to go, actually, there goes the net, there's the rage, and they will find the second kill. Goes towards Oranges. Oranges will pick that up with his splash. That's a very timely kill underneath that tower. Chen was here to help that out, and now they're going to do a lot of tier 1 damage. Not too much Noxious can do about that, and that's one of the problems that Noxious have. They've got very squishy heroes with no lockdown. I mean, Windrunner got Shackle, but she's in mid lane, which is a very strange place to put her. Perplexus in behind Narcotic's taking a little bit of damage. He thinks he's going to be able to take. He's used most of his mana. He's still got enough to blink if he needs to, as he will do. Power Shot will unfortunately miss there. So far on the map, Noxious, they're not doing as best they could. I mean, they are keeping up in that gold, which is quite nice. But the XP is all in favour of Azure, purely because that Bounty Hunter hasn't been able to find too much. He's got his level 2. And once again, he'll be walking underneath the sentry. Unfortunately, they don't reveal anymore. That would have been nice. That's the thing. He's found Situ. He's found his target. And I think Situ, he doesn't want to walk into that jungle. 2 heroes are missing off that lane. Bounty Hunter's been missing for the rest of the game. He comes out and he's going to spot him. He's going to know something's up. He's going to start auto-attacking him. The Satire will throw out a little bit of damage, forcing Perplex out of his jungle, keeping him off the line. Both mid heroes had a little bit of an engagement. They've both walked back to base. Both have their bottle up and running, and Boots, they're doing quite well, quite similar. Queen of Pain is falling behind about 400 gold, so it's a little bit unfortunate. You don't really expect a Windrunner to be outlast hitting a Queen of Pain, as Queen of Pain's got a very easy ability to clean up all those waves and then control that rune quite efficiently. But then again, so does that Windrunner, and Queen of Pain has been harassed a little bit by that Bounty Hunter. Chen's just going to rotate in mid lane with that Wildkin, trying to do a little harassment, and he gets that kill on Perplex. Nice Sonic Wave coming out by Narcotic. We'll find that kill on Perplex. It's level 2. He's got no health to his name. He's got no items. He doesn't even have any stats. He's now got a TP and an Orb of Venom. But that's not really what you want on your Bounty Hunter. And this Bounty Hunter is just going to keep falling further and further behind. And a Bounty Hunter is not the hero you want to be behind. He wants XP to be ahead. And I believe because he's behind now, he's going to stay behind. Noxious have decided to rotate him down bottom to try and get some XP up. Maybe find a kill on Hao. Hal's got a hook shot. He wants to kind of go on in there. He does pick up a level 7. He's going to TP top. They're going to be looking for initiation. There goes the ensnare. Coming down to Jen. Jen's going to throw out that swarm. He doesn't have time up yet. They're hitting him before he hits that level 6 mark. Chen, he's trying to stop him. Clockwork, he's going to spot him out. They're going to find the final auto attack. And Situ will pick up that second kill. Now moves. He's in a lot of trouble. Hookshot comes flying in from Hao. He's going to pop out that rocket barrage. And they will find a second kill. That's 5 kills going in favor of Azure in that top lane. Very, very nice timely initiation. Great communication to get that ensnare and TPs going right on the ball. And Hao, he didn't try to rush it. He did rotate around and they found that Weaver going into that jungle. So very well played by Noxious. And once again, they're very, very weak early on lineup. It's just not paying off for him. If that Weaver had this solo lane to himself, he would have had a time lapse and he would have been safe. But because he was sharing that with that Visage, wasn't able to have that XP there to be able to survive. And eventually, he does fall because Azure that did a nice timely attack. Bounty Hunter, he's level 2, he's rotating up top. He's got to be extremely careful here because Noxious, they can take him off quite easily. They do have a Sentry Ward up on orange if they need to. They've got TP support coming in. Open Wounds goes out and moves, and Caboose will be chasing him down in the meantime. We do see that Weaver pick off that Clockwork, and he's attack inside those cloaks. They will find a pick off on that Chen. Chen will fall now. Oranges, he's going to fall shortly after. That is a 3-hero turnaround. We're going to see the TP come out by Caboose, but that is a very, very nice turnaround coming out from Noxious, being able to find those 3 heroes. They didn't find Caboose. He did survive, but Weaver, he desperately needed that double kill. He's now back up and in the run-in in the scoreboard, and that shows he's now in 2nd place. But Storm Spirit, he's just out ahead. He's so far ahead. He's working towards his Orchid Malevolence. He's got those 2 Robe of the Magi's up for that extra int gain. Queen of Pain's going to blink up top. She does have her abilities up and ready. Bleh. Up and running was the word I was looking for. So we will see turns just throw out a little bit of pause, maybe a little bit of lag issues, may possibly be. Apparently I was getting 0 frames per second there. Thank you, NetGraph. So far, I'm a little bit surprised that Noxious were able to turn that around as easy as they were. If this game, his pause symbol wasn't right here, we'd see that they're pretty much even. There's only 70 gold difference in between the 2 teams. Which is a little bit strange. Bounty Hunter's now level 4. He's caught up out of nowhere. His hero level is now on par with Visage, a level under the supports of Azure. But the Storm Spirit, he made all that difference in that last fight. Being able to zip on in, take out all those heroes, do a lot of damage. and just catch Azure off guard. They wanted to get this easy tier 1. They thought they had it fine. They didn't think there would be any counter initiation from Noxious after they were kind of on the run and on the retreat. But Noxious, they showed that even with their backs against the wall at the start of the game, they will turn back around and then they will pull something out of their hats. Now we have TP supports coming in. We got the clockwork. He's got a hook shot up and running. He lands onto Toons. Had the infest inside of him. Toons should fall. We do see that Sonic Wave picking off that Visage. And now Jen, he's on the run. He's going to walk through him. He doesn't have that time lapse. He's going to try and hide, but they will find him. That is a triple kill in return for Azure. So once again, both sides being out of position, and then they give away 3 heroes for the price of nothing. And now they're going to find their tier 1, and tier 1 tower up top should be pretty fine for Azure for a while. And now Stormspirit, he wants to be able to do something. The open wounds and that Rage's pop, trying to force some mana leakage coming out on the side of Kfino. And now Perplex is now up here. He's going to do a little bit of damage. He still needs to hit that level 6. He's going to attack his favourite friend, Situ. He's got the zip in. The rest of his team has left him to die. They didn't even really care about him. They were already on the retreat. And Situ, he gets picked off like he was nothing. That's a very needed kill they need. That's going to put Bounty Hunter at level 5. One more level before that gold will start racking in for the side of Noxious from those tracks. In the meanwhile though, you have the Clockwork. He's looking in mid lane. He's looking to find something. He kind of wants to go aggressive on turns, but it'd be wise if he doesn't do it as of yet. He needs to wait for some kind of support coming on in. Infest is up on that last steal if they do decide to try and go in mid. It looks like he's just going to continue farming. He didn't go for that Midas build. He is, holy crud. Storm Spirit does find a kill down on bottom against Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain being caught out. And Storm Spirit's getting so ever closer to his Orchid Malevolence. If he gets that Orchid Malevolence up and running, he's going to pretty much find a kill on anyone. And we do hear that Infest coming up on Hal. Hal's going to be looking for that kill. He's going to try and bait this out. Toons will shoot that power shot out. Hal is trying to force something. There's going to be a little bit of rotation coming out from Noxious. You have that bounty out. He moves. The hookshot comes fine on in. All the damage comes out, but the Windrunner's up, so they're doing a lot of missed chances. But the Rocket Barrage keeping him in the same place. Toons will fall with one more auto attack. Perplex is trying to do whatever he can, but whatever he can is just not enough. He did go for 2 points in Shuriken Toss, and I don't think he'll be thrown to try and expend that mana anytime soon. Now he's just going to rotate up top. Going to be looking for that rune. He's not going to spot it out. Going to try and go into the jungle, but I think he may have seen that. Yeah, he saw the Chen, so he found his best friend walking down bottom, so he might start rotating down bottom himself. Hal should find a double damage rune to himself. Hey, Fino though, he's got to be careful. He does have level 2 of that zip, so that's a little bit less mana, I believe. No, it's still the same mana at all levels, but it does more damage. But K-Fino is doing fantastic on the farm of the Storm Spirit at the moment. He's got 78 creep kills. He's sitting on 5.4k net worth. He's got 3 kills under his name. He's almost got his entire Orchid Malevolence up and running. He's got a little bit of items on that Courier. That would be... Actually, that's not for him. That's for the Weaver. What am I talking about? I have no idea. But that's a nice choice coming out on the Weaver. He is going for those drums, which I believe he desperately needs for that additional health and stats. And down on bottom, Narcotic, he gets landed on. Shuriken Toss comes out. He does nice hookshot coming out by Hal, but it's not enough. Perplex is pushed underneath the tower. Sentry wards down. They find 1 kill. Sincere comes out by Origis. That's a double kill. Going towards Hal with that double damage rune. Taking that Storm Spirit Bounty Hunter for a Queen of Pain. I'll take that trade any day. And now, in the meanwhile, Noxious, they know TPs were expended. They're going to try and do a little bit of damage, get rid of this creep wave as quick as possible, and try and get through this tier 1 tower middle. They can get this and gain some map position. Look to see them be a little bit more aggressive, especially since they now rack it up on some levels. Caboose and Snare comes out from Situ, from that Troll Summoner. Turns, he tries to win run out of here. We have Caboose trying to keep up with him. He's going to start auto-attacking him. They might find Turns, he will not. He will get on out of there. Infest, not enough damage to be able to take him down. Perplex is going to have to sneak him out of there. The Troll, he does summon a few little creeps. We do see that power shot coming through. It will take off Situ in those backlines. And Sonic Wave going in the back way will pick off John, and John will fall once again. That's his second, that's actually third death of the game. Narcotic will happily pick that up. That's going to set back that Weaver. And since they're running this a 4, well not really 4, protect 1, but Weaver is really your only carry of the game, and he's been picked off this many times, that is going to set him back quite a lot. And hey Fino, stop killing people while I'm not watching. But he's going to have his Orchid Malevolence if that's not already on the way. He's got 300 gold, he's picked up his final Oblivion staff. But Problem is for Noxious at the moment, this Weaver. He's 2 for 3. He's not having the best of games. He is sitting a little bit behind that lifesteal, and lifesteal, if he's got that farm lead, he's more than likely gonna win the late game one-on-ones or team fights coming out on the side. K-Fina, he's the wild card at the moment. He's the ace for Noxious. He's doing a lot of damage. He's keeping the entire side of Azure on their back foot. Because if one of them starts to walk out and K-Fina is off the map, he'll zip on in, he'll pick you off, and he won't break a sweat doing it. But Perplex, they found Caboose. Weaver, he's by himself. Well, not really by himself, but in terms of being able to kill Caboose, he's by himself. They do not have... They do have level 6 up, and there's now level 7 TP support coming in for that clockwork. They're going to be looking to turn this around. You have a little bit of support coming from Situ. He doesn't have a creep at the moment. He will pick up Satire, maybe. No, he won't. They're not even going to pick up a Satire. A little bit of a ping coming out. Hookshot comes on in. It's not going to land Jans. He's in a lot of trouble. They believe he's not there anymore because that hookshot did miss. It's a little bit unfortunate for Hal. First hookshot of the game that's not going to land. They're not going to find that kill on Jan. Jan's going to survive another day. And now... Oranges, he will pick up a little bit of farm of himself. But the ace of K-Fina, he jumps in on Narcotic. He's got the silence. Narcotic is falling fast. TP support. Not going to be able to reach there in time. He's going to zip out. He's going to TP. And he's out of there. That's a hit and run if I'd ever seen it. So once again, you can't be alone with the Storm Spirit. He's got so many levels, he's got so much gold on top of the rest of the heroes in this game. He'll come on, he'll finish you off before a TP can even finish. A glyph has been popped in that mid lane, it will be saved. Can they get the deny? The Shackle will not land, he will get the deny on Hal, and now Knight's Familiar Stone 1, Knight's Familiar Stone 2, a little bit of damage coming out from that Tester Face, not enough. He will start being on that run. We have Caboose in the backline trying to pick off Moops. He might find the kill. Can he find the final attack? He does, but there's a Storm Spirit here. He does get a little bit of damage. Caboose has got a lot of health. The Hand of God is being popped out. Windrunner will get killed off by that Naga Siren and chain in the backlines, but Caboose, he's the one we're looking for. He's trying to armlet toggle his way. Can he keep going? He's doing well so far, but he will be picked off. So that is the 2 for actually Hal. He's got to jump on in. He pops out that invis, but he will throw that cogs, forcing Perplex to go the other direction. They do have some creep Chen creeps there, but Hal, he's found himself killed. Narcotic once again using that ultimate to pick off those squishy heroes, and Storm Spirit's gonna have to zip on out of there. That was a chaotic fight if I've ever seen one, and now that was a 3 for 3 trade going for both sides. Unfortunately though, lifesteal, he did die in that fight. Weaver did survive. Yes, Weaver survived, and that, in my opinion, came out in favor of Noxious Gaming. They need those kind of trades. If you can pick off that lifesteal and your Weaver survives, you'll take that any day. Almost no matter how many heroes you lose. Almost. Queen of Pain, she is working towards her BKB. She's sick of being silenced from the Storm Spirit and being picked off in every position on that map. Speaking of that Storm Spirit, where are you? Yeah, he's walking down bottom. He's got an invis room, and he's gonna be trying to find those kills. He heard that blink come out by that Queen of Pain. Gonna continue walking. He's not gonna find Narcotic. Narcotic should just walk back to base. However, he's gonna walk through. He's gonna blink, and now he's found himself dead. There's the silence coming out. They're gonna throw out that remnant. He's gonna vortex him back in. Hookshot comes from Hal, trying to save Narcotic. He does get those cogs off, and that is a save. And now K-Fina, he's going to have to be on the run. At the same time, there's initiation going on. Situ has been shackled shot. He's taking the power shot. There goes the Sakuchi. There goes the Janana. There goes the final attack. They're going to turn around a Perplex. They will find a counter kill. But actually, did Queen of Pain die at the end? No, she didn't. She did survive. But that was very, very well played. Turnaround come from Azure. They found a kill on Queen of Pain. And that hurts. Oh, actually, no, they didn't. What am I talking about? Leave me alone, people. How? Playing quite well in this clockwork. He's always in the right place at the right time. Being able to hookshot, find those targets. K-Fina, they're looking for a wraparound gank here because they know something's going to happen to this tier 1 tower. Powershot's trying to delay it as much as possible. That nice little looking orb comes flying on out. I like how they updated that character model for that. And we have Storm Spirit. He's behind. He's silenced up. Archangels won't be able to pop off that Song of the Siren. He's going to try. Will he be able to get it off? He needs to get it off. He was still silenced. He did fine. How, once again, getting that Nice hook shot off. It's going to slow down that Weaver. Weaver forced to pop that time up. How? He's still done. They're going to try and force him off. How will survive. Jan wants to chase him down. It's not going to happen. Caboose is going to be auto couple. The shackle shot's not going to land on any heroes. We see that Sonic Wave. Hand of God is popped. Queen of Pain does find that bounty hunter. And now they're turning back around. Jan's he's in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have that time lapse up and running. He will Sakuchi on out of there. Kfino, he's still on the run. Caboose wants to find that kill. He does have open wounds. It is level 4, but not able to get in range. But now, that was a 1-for-1 trade. Bounty Hunter 4. That's Song of the Siren, Naga Siren. He was unfortunately not able to get that ult off to survive from that fight. But both sides are taking fairly even trades. We want to have a little look at that difference in gold. There is only a 1200 gold favor, and at this stage of the game, that's not that big, and the XP is only 500. So both sides are very, very even at the moment. They've got the same amount of towers. Actually, no. Azure is ahead in towers. So that's why they've got that gold advantage right there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But if we do want to have a little look at the items currently picked up, Toons, he's got his mechanism up and running. Moops, he's going to be working towards continue buying those wards. I don't think he'll be picking up anything major anytime soon. Storm Spirit with that silence, as we've talked about plenty of times. We've got that Bounty Hunter being played by Perplex. He's got boots, he's still got that Orb of Venom. I'd like to see him possibly go for an armlet for more of that negative armor against Azure at the moment. And the familiars, they will scout out the Roshan. So I'll continue off the items just in a little bit of time. The buyback status are up, buybacks on both sides of the field. If they need to do it, we have the Rage being popped. Can they find it? Song of Siren's being used, so I can continue on this Roshan. Very nice Song of Siren. They will pick it up. They need to get it. We have the Zip coming in. Will they pop? Instantly pop it off. The Aegis is instantly popped off by Kfino. Couldn't armlet totally its way on out of there. Now it's Power Shot coming through, lands on 3. We will see the ensnare. Doing a lot of damage to Caboose, but a nice hook shot coming in, but he's going to zip past it. They will find that kill on Caboose. Situ will fall shortly after. And at the same time, we do see another death going towards that Chen. That is 3 heroes currently dead. They're still working against their lineup. However, the Bounty Hunter Windrunner did fall. There goes the Naga Siren. And that is 3 kills going in favor of Noxious. That Weaver and Storm Spirit surviving. So that was a very, very favorable trade coming out by Noxious Gaming there. They denied that Aegis instantly and then picked off Caboose straight away. So very well played coming out by Noxious Gaming. We should, I would say we should see the graph switch back in favor. I'm not sure if there's any tracks out, so they might not get that additional gold, as Bounty Hunter did fall quite fast during that fight. But Azure, they've still got this initiation kind of lineup. They've still got a lot of damage. They haven't been losing these fights per se, but they haven't been getting the favorable trades, which is exactly what they need. And I just need to check something 1 second.
Under attack.
Just need to adjust one thing. There we go. So Storm Spirit, he's sitting on 10,000 gold. He's going to be working towards that BKB. Should be his next main item. We should be seeing that lifesteal as well work towards his Basher. I believe that Ogre Club works towards a Basher. No, it's working towards a Sanj. He won't be going for Black King Power. Would he? Could be going for that Sanjin Yasha. A Halberd could also work quite well on him for that additional move speed and being able to lock down heroes such as that Weaver, force out a time lapse, or lock down that Storm Spirit and make sure he can't auto attack after he throws down those Revenants or that Vortex. Because a lot of Storm Spirit's damage comes out by that overcharge proc after you cast an ability, and if you can shot him down and he can't auto attack, that hurts him a lot. But if Storm Spirit gets up that BKB, that's going to be pretty useless. So I would say Lifesteal would be going for that Sanjin Yasha. If he goes for a BKB, that would be very different. I mean, it would be nice if you get silence, you can pop that straight away and you can continue going with your life. Then you also have a rage if you need to use that rage. But it's not the most effective use of your gold and item progression. Speaking of item progression, as I was talking about just previously, Situ on that Chen, he's got a mechanism of his own up and running. You do have Hal, he's got that force stuff, he's got that point booster, so he'll be working his way towards that Aghanim Scepter, becoming a little bit more tanky, a little bit more survival in these engagements, because so far, he's been jumping in, he's been protecting people, but he falls quite atrociously fast. Narcotic, see a smoke coming up on Azure. Narcotic, on this Queen of Pain, does now have her BKB up and running. I believe it's still at 10 seconds, yeah, she's just picked it up, so it'll be useful for the next fight. And Oranges, he's got some mana regen of his own with those Arcane Boots. And it's going to rotate in behind Hal. Bottom tower, tier 1 tower will fall, going in favor of Noxious Gaming. The familiars, we see the pop out from that smoke, unfortunate, as he walks past. That's Sakuchi and Jan, and there goes that unfortunate smoke. Chen is still smoked up, but the rest of the heroes are currently down and out of it. But at the same time, Noxious, they're trying to push this land as much as possible. Turns is going to get on out of here as he doesn't have an escape mechanism. Storm Spirit, he should be fine. He's not going to take too much damage. There's a double stack down here for Azure, for Caboose, picking up a little bit more extra gold, trying to catch back up to that Storm Spirit. At the moment, Jan, he's caught up to the lifesteal, and that's all Noxious has been waiting for. They need Weaver to try and get some farm. He's almost got his Lincoln Spear. It's going to be a little bit of a late for Lincoln Spear for most typical Weaver times in. And Storm Spirit on the other side of the map, picking off a hero that just got left by his team. You can't be alone against Kfina. He will find you, he will kill you, and he will make sure you never get to see your family ever again. Now Caboose, he's going to be walking, he's going to find a little bit more farm due to that, but Kfina, he's on a roll. His next major item, he should be going for a sheep next, and if they can have that additional lockdown, Caboose, I can't really see what else Caboose can do unless they get the initiation. And at the moment, they haven't been able to take the initiation because Noxious, they've been there, they've turned it around, they just have so much damage all coming out from the Storm Spirit. If they can kill off that Storm Spirit early, find a kill on him, they'll win the fight, but at the moment, it just doesn't feel like Kfina can die. He's level 18, and in hero levels, he's 3 levels higher than the Queen of Pain. He's 4 higher than that lifesteal. He's just so far ahead at the moment, and the gold graph and XP graph is now moving in favor of Noxious for pretty much the first time in the game since about 20 minutes ago. Azure. Orange as he's walking around. They might be looking to set up a gank down at bottom. He's got two Ps on him. He picked up one from the Chen. I'm not too sure why he's got one from the Chen. I guess it's because Chen does have some smoke and that revelation on top of him. Hao's got to be extremely careful here. Kfina's going to be watching like a damn hawk. He's worse than a hawk at the moment. He's a vulture. He'll find himself a kill. He finds a little bit of dead meat, fresh meat waiting around, and they will find himself. The Sakuchi and Jan comes and find in. Hao needs to get on out of it. Zip comes in, Silence comes out on Hao, Vortex back, Solar Stone will be keeping him alive. Very nice placement and timing. He's going to throw out those cogs, but will Kfina look to continue to initiate? He won't. Caboose is here to try and slow that down a little bit more. Meanwhile, though, Noxious, they're pushing top tower. Nice shackle coming out of Narcotic. They get Familiar Stun 1, Familiar Stun 2. There goes the Hand of God. It has to be popped to keep Narcotic alive, and that's a little bit unfortunate to have to pop that before a proper team fight. Perplexity sitting on the side. He's level 11. He's got level 12 track. He's going to throw out that track on Narcotic, so they're going to watch any rotation of him. Narcotic has to play extremely defensive because they know where he is at all times. Tier 2 tower will fall down to the split pushing capabilities of Jan and Kfina. At the top, they're just chipping away at that tier 2 tower. They're splitting up the side of Azure. And if they can split up the side of Azure, this is where Nox becomes quite strong. You have the Bounty Hunter, you have the Storm Spirit, you have all these heroes that want to be taking these fights quite separately. And Kfina, he does get hit. Will he be forced to pop that BKB? No, he'll just zip on out of it. He's not too scared. Now the Swarm coming out, just doing a little bit of negative armor and watching that vision of where those heroes are. DP support coming from Hao. Will Hao be able to find that hookshot he's desperately looking for? He hits a familiar, and he thought he had a hero. A little bit unfortunate for Hao. He's not going to be able to find a hero there. Jan, he's got to be a little bit careful. He does have that time lapse up and running. Only got 75 mana on level 2, so he's got more than enough mana. And Narcotic not going to be able to find that pick off on Kfina, but at this moment, you can't kill Kfina. He's too far ahead. He's now got that ultimate orb. He's got more stats and more mana to his name. It's not looking great for Azure. Sure, they're in front of the kill count, but the gold is moving gradually in favor of Noxious and that XP. They're just slowly falling further and further behind. They just weren't able to do as much damage as they were hoping to at the start of the game. And Noxious, they've just taken advantage on the Storm Spirit. He sat, he farmed, he found kills. And that's all he did. He didn't even try and rotate, he didn't go anywhere. But once he found those kills, then he started rotating around, finding even more kills, consistently put him ahead. I mean, look at that. 12 kills for 1. That is ridiculous. He's got 2/3 of Noxious's gaming's kills. That is amazing. So definitely the ace card, the ace wild card up on the side of Noxious at the moment is on Kfina. But this means if Azure, if they can find that kill on that Storm Spirit, then Noxious' ace is down, and then they'll probably likely lose that team fight if they can find that pick off, which they'll be dreadedly looking forward to. You might find Moops out here in the jungle. He gets pinged out, and they will be chasing. The hookshot was cancelled. It's actually used once again to fight off Moops. But here comes the rotation. Zorb's coming on in. Lands a narcotic. He doesn't get time to use his BKB. All that lockdown will just pick him off. And now it turns. He does get on out of there. Will be able to win run. He does win run. The buyback is coming from the Queen of Pain, trying to get back into the action. He doesn't have a TP. It is on cooldown. But a hit and run tactic forced the buyback and the death of Narcotic. And that's more than a win for Noxious Gaming at the moment. There just doesn't seem to be too much Azure can do. They find a break, they find a kill, but Noxious, they find their own break and find a hero that was out of position. Like, the amount of stun that came out onto that Queen of Pain then. Got in, silence before she could initially want to blink away. Then Vortex as she wanted to pop that BKB. Nice Shackle came to follow that up, and then they just picked her off. So that was about a 7 seconds of lockdown right there. And now we got one Troll Summoner trap coming out. The second one trying to hold Kfino in place. Caprice's going to open wounds up. Toon's just going to try and get out of here. Does have a 4-star. Kfino's just going to keep zipping. He's got more than enough mana to be able to deal with this at the moment. The power shot comes through. The hook shot lands onto Toons. It always lands onto Toons. Toons got to force stuff out of there. Kfino's gone in. He's found a pick on Situ. They're going to cancel it instantly. That's a little bit of a waste. They're going to start TPing. I don't know what they're trying to do. They decided to turn it back around. But Kfino, he's already out of here. They might find the kill on that courier. He's going to get one auto attack off, and he will sneak out of there. No rares for use in the Twitch chat or in that Dota TV. Yeah, at the moment, they are going to be looking to go to Roshan. They know Kfino TP'd back, but he can come zipping in. The further he comes, the more damage he does. And onto heroes such as Nagasaran and a very, very damaged lifesteal, he could die. He's going to have to TP on out of here. This might leave Noxious Gaming their time to shine. They're going to might try and chase it down. They might go for the Roshan themselves. Instead, they will just pick off that poor Troll Summoner. So Chen is not even allowed one single creep. But Noxious Gaming, they decide to take Roshan for themselves. They're going to try and force an engagement, because at the moment, they're winning these engagements, so why not take these engagements? Try and make it as unfavorable as possible for Azure. Azure, they have to find pickoffs, or they have to fight underneath their towers. Either way, that's the only way they can win at the moment, unless they get a pickoff, as I've been saying on Kfino. Sorry, just needed a drink of water there. Luckily, there wasn't too much going on there. Caprice gets zipped, he gets instantly silenced. He will be burst down. Mechanism and Hand of God popped a little bit late. Narcotic is going to try and turn around. He's got a Sonic Wave if he needs to use it. Nice coax into a Sonic Wave. Bursting down Boots. But Kfino, he's just ripping through these heroes. Hookshot comes out, trying to hold him back down. He will fall. That's 2 heroes down. There will be a 3rd hero going. That is a triple kill. Oh, that's actually a double kill. Go to Kfino. That will be a triple kill. Go to Kfino. That is a very, very close to a team wipe. Noxious Gaming, they've shown they come back from a little bit of a deficit with that bounty hunter having a very hard game, but they had enough farm, enough support, and enough roaming for Kfino to come back. And this is going to be a tier 3 tower. There isn't too much Azure can do about this. They don't have that Hand of God. They don't have the hookshot. We do see the zip on a Narcotic. Narcotic will fall. The power shot comes through at that last second. I'm not sure if he did grab that assist. He probably would have. Tier 3 tower down bottom will go down. That goes to Rex. The GGs are called. Azure, they will unfortunately tap out of this game. Noxious Gaming will take game 1 of this best of 3 in the quarterfinals of Defense of the Australians. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the match. I have been Dota Yoshi, casting upon for Defense of the Australians. Thank you for Cubus for supporting this tournament. Thank you to the audience for watching. If you did enjoy my casting, follow me on YouTube at Dota Yoshi, Twitter handle Dota Yoshi, and stay tuned. More will be coming up right after this.